in the over 30 recovered individuals is associated with good outcomes. For most of the individuals that have died, time was lost running from one clinic to another, including visiting the witch doctors. 2, the population understanding the signs and symptoms of Ebola virus disease and avoiding exposure through contact with sick persons or body fluids. And the body fluids include vomiters, feces, blood, saliva, sweat, and urine. This exposure may be through direct handling, which may be deliberate, accidental, or incidental, of linen, surfaces, cleaning, sharing of lavatories, beddings, or through handshaking, hugging, or caring for a confirmed case. I would like to inform the population that the symptoms of Ebola in the early phases are similar and consistent with most common febrile illnesses like malaria. Where the clinical course of the disease begins with high-grade fever, headache, sore throat, abdominal pain, fatigue, general body weakness, intractable vomiting and diarrhea, plus bleeding manifestations may not be an early presentation. They occur later on in the disease. This emphasizes the aspect of seek care early if you have had contact or are not sure of what you are feeling. The outbreak epicenter remains Mubende and Kasanda districts. Specifically, in Mubende district, the most affected sub-counties are Madudu, Chiruma, and the southern division of the municipality. While in Kasanda, the sub-counties of Chikandwa and Chilwana are the most affected. At the beginning of the outbreak, the epidemic spread to the 3 districts of Bunyangabo, Kagadi, and Chegegwa. These districts have completed the 21 days of contact follow-up, and the individuals have been retired from the contact list. Since there has been no secondary transmission, we believe transmission may have been interrupted. However, intensified surveillance continues in these districts for another 21 days to complete the 42 days cycle before they can be cleared. To stop further exportation of cases into other parts of the country, His Excellency the President of Uganda directed the restricting of movements into and out of the districts of Mubende and Kasanda. However, internal movement is allowed and transit vehicles are free to cross through the 2 districts as long as they don't stop to pick passengers along the way. The President's directive of restricted movement was based on optimizing control efforts in the same geographical area and minimizing spread to other areas. The penetration of Ebola in heavily populated areas creates a situation of rapid spread and is associated with sustained and protracted person-to-person transmission. Urban Ebola transmission is complex, and government will do all it takes to ensure control of transmission in urban settings. To illustrate the extent and the speed of urban transmission, a single case can quickly set up several transmission lines in a short time, and I have provided a graphic presentation that will later on be provided to you so you can show it to your people. The yellow or the orange is the initial case. The red are the cases that resulted from the initial case. This shows you how quickly the spread can occur. It will be given to you and you can show copies to the population. This is an example of a rapid spread of infection by the case that came from Kasanda to Mulago and later died in Nansana after running away from hospital. He's responsible for infecting the family of 7, including the neighbors and many others. We were able to get this cluster plus one other because of the ministry's vigilance in contact tracing and field case investigation. As a result of this, 6 of the infected family members are of school-going age. These learners attended 3 schools in Rubaga Division. We have listed 170 contacts from these schools for follow-up. To ensure this rapid spread does not happen, all contacts in Kampala will be quarantined at government cost at designated places for 21 days to limit further spread through secondary transmission. I appeal to all Ugandans to understand and appreciate the rationale behind this and cooperate to ensure that we bring this outbreak to a speedy end so that we return to our normal way of life. In the 2 districts of Mubende and Kasanda, the Ministry of Health is carrying out the following interventions. 1, intense risk communication to sensitize the communities about Ebola virus disease, its cause, presentation, and prevention. Number